Oh yeah, we got. Well, that's the next one. Can he fix his pocket rocket?
Pocket rocket. I mean, pocket no
He's a
rocket.
little bit excited.
I mean, yeah, he just stays in the pocket. He doesn't rocket it.
So the big thing, the big hit on Caleb is in this pocket presence. He's not stepping up properly. He's just not moving around the pocket properly, right? Which is not very good if you can't fix that, right? Because that leads to a lot of problems. I'm not sure if it's been fixed. Like now, they say he's been doing okay job in camp, absorbing the offense and everything, but that a lot of that's just instincts, right? So if you look at a quarterback like Jordan Love, he doesn't always play an amazing game. He always plays like kind of okay or maybe really good somewhere in there, right? But you notice also, even though his pocket presence is like pretty good, it's not like amazing, but it's pretty good. When he starts having like guards just let guys come up and blitz him, he starts just having his head on a swivel and looking. He's paying more. He has to pay attention to that. So Caleb Williams is going to have to overcome whatever he's doing in the pocket to be able to have that awareness, to be able to like become like a legit pro quarterback against good defenses. And in the preseason, it's really hard to tell. Once the season starts and people start blitzing and defenses become more exotic and you don't know where things are what's coming to you. I think, David, you're probably well aware of this. Like the preseason is one thing when it's vanilla, but when people start confusing you and everything, that's when I think Caleb is going to really have to show his colors and be able to handle that. And I don't have any evidence he can do it yet.
Sure. Now let's pivot that same point. Let's look at it from a different angle on Neckbeard. So it's his pocket presence is what keeps him alive, and it's what allows him to extend plays. Do you think that he needs to develop that, or do you think he needs to just check his ego and learn when to just throw an incomplete pass and live to fight another play?
I think Caleb needs to take a couple lumps and realize it's not going to kill him.
Yep.
He doesn't have any calm in the pocket. He's not calm. Like you can see quarterbacks that are calm. J-Love has some moments where he gets a little bit erratic, but I will give J-Love credit. He's pretty calm in the pocket, and he has had good pass protection pretty much his whole career. So that might be part of it, right? But you can just tell when a guy's calm in the pocket and when they're not. Kyler, not calm, wants to get out, waiting to get out. Caleb's waiting to get out, right? A lot of these guys come out of college, they're waiting to get out of the pocket because defensive linemen are bigger, they're faster, they're stronger, and they're smarter. And it's a lot harder to just do one move and get away because you make one move, there's a guy right next to you on that side. So like they're looking to escape. Caleb's got to learn to be calm. I think Ben Johnson might get it in his head at some point, but I think Caleb might just need to get rocked a few times by throwing the right pass and taking the hit anyway, which Jordan Love also does, by the way, which I appreciate, and just realize he's not going to die. Like he's going to be okay. So I think that calm will come with time, but I don't think his athleticism is going anywhere. You use that when necessary. You don't default to that, and that's the problem he's got right now.
Because the pocket presence, the way that Doug described it, it keeps plays alive. It'll allows him to not get sacked. Unlike Levis last year, he had absolutely no presence. He had no idea if someone was falling at his feet and whatnot. Caleb can sense that, and then he's able to slide off, but he's not able to then just chuck it, throw it, out the sidelines, because too many times he keeps the play going for another 2 seconds. Yes. But in the 2 seconds, he winds up losing 6 yards, and that's ultimately a drive killer, which is going to be very difficult for this defense.
No, he's rolling out to see if he can hit that 15, 20-yard crosser in this backyard football game. And, that's cool sometimes. Not 6 or 7 times a game, Caleb. You do that once or twice.
So, Doug, do you think that our head coach, Ben Johnson, should adjust his philosophy then of pocket presence and also have 70% completion percentage? Should he put that onus on Caleb, or should he just teach Caleb to throw the ball away?
I think their strategy was improve their O-line so Caleb doesn't have as much of the jitters and the worries and marry that with hoping that he gets improvement, as I think what their strategy is. But I think it's tough because, if you have a high standard, you kind of have to keep that high standard, right? You have to be like, hey, this is what we expect our quarterback to do. If you lower your expectations too much, then it's kind of like you're just kind of dumbing down the offense, and you're telling the quarterback it's okay to not be this good. And maybe they don't really understand, hey, you need to, we look at the Denver Broncos. They're like, hey, you think you're doing the right thing and doing enough? No, we're just going to get rid of you. We're going to find a quarterback that's going to do what we want to do. So Ben Johnson, I'm hoping that he sets a standard if I'm a Bears fan and say we need to be at this standard, and if you don't meet it, you're get the hell out of here. Because when you hold on to these quarterbacks and just tell yourself they're going to be good, then it doesn't really work out so well. You just got to go for it.
Well, one of the nice things that came out this last week was Ben Johnson admitted we started out training camp and we threw the entire book at him. We threw absolutely everything at him, see what he can digest, and then we'll see which works with him. And then you kind of pare back the stuff that doesn't work, so you find out what he's strong with and whatnot. So at that point, you can try to do that, play to his strengths, but you also have to teach him, okay, it's okay that, all right, every once in a while, just throw it away. If it's on first down, if it ain't there, you don't got the big play. What do you think about that, Neckbeard? Is it better to just try to make the big play because this is part of the philosophy? You want to be aggressive on offense, right? Going for the pass, going for play action on first down.
Well,
if it's not there, are you fine with going for it on 2nd and 10, or do you want to try to?
All right. Well, let me ask you this question. I'll answer your question with a question. Did the Lions have a lot of big plays the last 2 years?
The
answer is
yes.
They did.
Yeah.
They had a ton of big plays.
Yeah.
Okay. Who's got really bad pocket presence? Jared Goff. He turns into a pumpkin when you get in his face. Yet he was still successful in Ben Johnson's system. Ben Johnson has proven his way works in the NFL. Caleb Williams hasn't proven anything. Why would Ben Johnson change? Ben Johnson's job is you can say what you want. I don't think Ben Johnson's job is on the line if Caleb sucks, because Caleb was there first. And if Ben can't fix him, are you guys going to say that's Ben's fault as a Bears fan? Or are you just going to say Caleb wasn't the guy? What would you say?
Just from the early returns that I saw last season, I didn't see enough column right there.
So
I still have too many question marks even this year. I watched the first quarter of the Chiefs game. It was great because both teams rolled out their starters, and you could see that Caleb, when he had to go against a real defense, he didn't look like he did against the Bills backups. And so this wasn't,
right.
It wasn't a wake up call or anything. It's just like, okay, Bears fans, people who have flags like me, calm down. It's going to be a year of growth. Hopefully it's a year of growth, but 8 wins is still, that's our ceiling.
Caleb's the number 1 pick. I get it. But why would Ben Johnson change anything for any quarterback? He's already proven his system is fantastic. It's fantastic. His system's a top 3 offense with Jared Goff, who nobody wanted, who everyone thought was terrible. And
But McVay did already turn him into a 4,500-yard quarterback.
But Jared Goff had a ton of holes in his game and still does. But Ben Johnson found a way to work with that. Caleb's never going to be a perfect quarterback. He's not He's not the Manning Rodgers mold, as much as people want to believe it because he was the number 1 pick. He's not a perfect quarterback, but do I think he can be as successful as Jared Goff and Ben Johnson's system? Yeah. So Caleb better learn or get out. Like you said.
I like that answer. Dougie, yes or no? Can Caleb Williams fix his pocket rocket?
I'm going to say no. Even though they have a better offensive line this year, like this is it. Like they improve the offensive line and have a good coach. Like you got to do it by the end of the year. And I'm thinking that, like, I don't know. It's hard playing quarterback in the NFL. I'm going to say no.
Okay. I like that. Let's move on to our next topic.